Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we've got Murderer, the live acoustic version.
Out in the street, they call it murder.
What a beautiful beginning, man! What a beautiful beginning, beautiful view of LA. Right, I saw in the description. I mean, straight away that just sounds like a different song, doesn't it, man? Class stuff.
Out in the street, they call it murder. Murderer, zig-a-doo-do-do-do-do. Murderer, do-do-do-do-do.
There's that guitar riff I loved.
If you catch me alone, you better get on my zone, because I'm ready to kill. I'll sit on my throne, made of bodies and bones, because I'm mentally ill. I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Rat-tat-tat-tat, murderer. See me on the corner of my town, get back, back, back. Murderer, swing for your jaw in the first round. Rat-tat-tat-tat, murderer. Homie, it's the way that I get down. Right, I was born shameless, fighting out in Brighton with the neighbours. Brother, I show.
I think this might be one of my favourite of his tunes, man. I really love this tune. It's just beautiful, isn't it? It's so concise, lyrically, melodically. I know that the murderer bit was borrowed from another song, but you know that's cool, isn't it, man? And just the picture that he paints, you know. And I think I said when I reacted to the official version. It's got those Arctic Monkeys vibes, you know, like around AM, around that record, which I guess is the similar influences, you know, of the hip hop beat. But there's the hip hop beat and the bounce of the rhythm and the melody, but also I guess that guitar riff as well is sort of reminiscent of that kind of period of Arctic Monkeys stuff. So I wonder where that sort of originates. Or is that like an inevitable sort of gelling of the styles, you know, of hip hop and rock and roll, and this has got more of the reggae element, I suppose, than the Arctic Monkeys have, doesn't it? And I love that, you know. The scatting is just taking me back to, you know, one of the first reactions I did of I Shot the Sheriff. But lyrically, it's great, and including the B-roll of Ren and that girl. See what I did there, and it's just lovely, isn't it, to see that candid footage, man. It's a good way of perhaps it was a cut from different takes, perhaps it was the same take. It doesn't matter, does it? It's beautiful.
I get down, rat-tat-tat-tat, murderer. See me on the corner of my town, get back, 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 murderer.
So that's like, is this like perhaps the same hill or around the same areas that there's dance scene in La La Land? There's a few scenes in La La Land, isn't there, with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone up there.
Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Rat-tat-tat-tat, murderer. See me on the corner of my town, get back, 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 murderer. Swing for your jaw in the first round. Rat-tat-tat-tat, murderer. Homie, it's the way that I get down. Right, I was born shameless, fighting out in Brighton with the neighbours. Brother, ask your mother what my name is. I was born famous, trendsetter, hot stepper, greatest, shocking like a finger in the anus. I was born wasted, stoned out my brain, but I faded. Writing catchy syllables, contagious. I was born courageous, naked and fucking outrageous. With the microphone, I rock stages. I jump on the rhythm of rhyme, me cyclone. I pull this Excalibur right out the stone, King Punk. The precision it hits like Stallone. Rocky, keep it cocky, I'll be Al Capone.
Some great, just great lines, isn't there? You know, and I am catching more of them than I did in the other version. You know, pulling Excalibur out the stone, being like Rocky and stuff. Being the underdog, I suppose, isn't it? You know, and it's attractive. I think it's an attractive way to be if you are a genuine underdog, which most of us are, aren't we? You know, in any aspect of your life. I guess the majority of populations, you know, they don't come from money or from class, and it is a battle often, especially I guess as an artist, you know, it's a battle to be seen, to make money, to make progress, to remain true to yourself in the face of not just the adversity of the world, but often of your even your friends and your family and stuff like that, you know. And no one is going to believe like you believe, you know. And we seem to have this thing in England or in Britain anyway. I think it's referred to as tall poppy syndrome, you know, where anyone pops their head up above, people want to cut them down, you know, and shut them up, you know. Who do you think you are, you know? And that's often the reaction I suppose I would get growing up, is that, you know, that everyone would like to be in the Beatles, you know, or a movie star or whatever it is. But, you know, who do you think you are, you know? Well, why do you think you could do that? You know, it's all down to luck, you know. No one wants to really, or in my experience, not many people are willing to admit that, you know, it's, yeah, you need some kind of talent, you know, but it's also about hard work, you know, and passion and being true to yourself, you know, and following the ambitions that you have, no matter how big or small, you know. If something calls to you, you should be going for it, you know, and try not to listen to what anyone else says, you know, and they're fighting their own battles, you know, and that's a complex territory to get into on its own, isn't it, you know? So you just got to do what's right by you, man, and yeah, I'm not sure what my point was beginning on that little tirade, that little rant, but it's good. But I was going to say as well that I can kind of feel, I wonder if I hadn't have noticed that this was LA, if I would have felt the same, because I'm noticing in my own life, the more still I can become, which I'm kind of getting into yoga again, which is what I started like in my early 20s and then sort of on and off and never really persisted anything, you know, with any, never found any consistency with it at all. But now, like, I'm still relatively young, but I'm aware time is short, you know. So I need to do everything I can to tip the odds in my favour, you know. So I'm trying to refine what I eat, what I drink, exercise regularly, you know, just be still, and because everything we do matters, doesn't it, you know, and that's a good thing because it means you've got control. So just you got to try and focus on what you can control. But anyway, I'm getting like the vibes of, or the feeling from LA, you know, and it's a magical place, isn't it? I did visit, I don't know, it was 5 years ago or something, and I mean, it's a messed up place, isn't it? You know, there's a mixture of weird vibes, and of course with the Hollywood thing being there and stuff, and all that creativity, but also all that, you know, chaos and carnage, and obviously, you know, like a seedy underbelly to a lot of what goes on there, you know. And getting back to my point about being still, is that I'm noticing, you know, even just sort of walking around or driving around different areas of where I live, I can feel a difference in the air, you know, and then I've been taking a walk out over by some farm, and I can just feel, you know, that I was never really aware of these things when I was younger, but yeah, I can almost feel the atmosphere, you know, going on. Let's take this back a bit.
Wasted, stoned out my brains but they're faded. Writing catchy syllables contagious. I was born courageous, naked and fucking outrageous. With the microphone I rock stages. I jump upon the rhythm of rhyme, cyclone. I pull Excalibur right out the stone. King Kong, the precision it hits like Stallone. Rocky, keep it cocky, I'll be Al Capone. I walk alone, sit upon the author's throne. If you want it, I'll deny it like a mortgage loan. Your daughter's home, we'll be staying home alone. Condone the bone, eat it like a Toblerone, biatch. If you catch me alone, you better stay on my zone, because I'm ready to blah 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 blah. I'll sit on my throne, made the bodies and bones, because I'm mentally ill. I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Blah 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 blah, murderer. If you see me on the corner of my town, get back, 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 murderer. Swing for your jaw in the first round. Attack, tack, tack, murderer. Homie, it's the way that I get down. Whoa. I line them up against the wall, and I don't mean metaphorically lyrical bullets. I mean I actually fucking kill him, squeeze the trigger and pull it. Blood splat, how's it going, lad? Rhymes are flowing mad, trust that. I'm a pro at that, seeds are sowing bad boy. I'm an addict, volcanic, a manic, twisted and manic.
I recognise that. I mean, just did when he spits rhymes. Is that what it's called? Spitting rhymes. When he does it quick, man. The phonetic beauty and the melodic beauty of what he does is it's on point, isn't it, man? And I love how he's mixing it up. The guitar solo is very sort of, it's a rock to begin with anyway. You know, it's your classic sort of. I just think Chuck Berry, you know, some of those bends and stuff, cool stuff, and then now the what Ren's playing on the guitar now, that I recognise that. Is that from an Eminem tune or something? I do recognise it. And once again, you know, beautiful cinematography, isn't it? And knowing when to pull in on the right bits and stuff, you know. It's cool, man. I wonder if this was multiple takes, or I mean, they would have done it more than once. I would have thought, trekking all the way up there.
The bigger they come, the bigger they fold, the chicken they gun, the bigger them all like any, meeny, miny, mo. I line them up against the wall, and I don't mean metaphorically lyrical bullets. I mean I actually fucking kill him, squeeze the trigger and pull it. Blood splat, how's it going, lad? Rhymes are flowing mad, trust that. I'm a pro at that, seeds are sowing bad boy. I'm an addict, volcanic, a man is twisted and manic. The rhymes are gifted, goddammit, I push the button, we panic. Breathe, that sees the land, sky and the seas. It's easy seeing me freestyle freely. What man? Yeah, I came to rock man. Drop it like it's hot fam. Wear a clothes from Oxfam. Goddamn, I am a blood-sucking titan from the streets of Brighton. Hit you with my right hand, sucker. If you catch me alone, you better get.
Wearing clothes from Oxfam. There was a time that I think most of my clothes came from charity shops. If you went around the more affluent areas, you could usually find some pretty good stuff. And then there came a time, of course, when I guess with the advent or the integration of the internet into our lives, and all of a sudden you'd go to these like charity shops, and they'd be charging like extortionate prices on what they cost. I remember going in once. It was this leather jacket I wanted, and the woman wanted like 200 quid for this leather jacket in a charity shop. I forget what the brand make was, you know, but it was. And she was like, "Well, I've checked online. That's how much it is." I'm like, yeah, new, like in the shop, you know, like 15 years ago or whatever. Anyway, well, now you know, now I buy. I think, I do buy my clothes new, you know. that's another topic entirely.
Get on my zone because I'm ready to I sit on my throne, make the bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. Yeah, I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break.
That's an apt bit, isn't it? You know, what does he say then?
So never test my skill.
Didn't go back far enough. I mean, with the Cujo Beats thing going on with the track he's just put out, Cujo Beat Down.
If you catch me alone, you better get on my zone because I'm ready to I sit on my throne, make the bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. Yeah, I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill.
I'm feeling alive. I've got the will to survive, so never test my skill. His skill was tested, wasn't it, you know? Didn't end well. Well, it's not over, I suppose, yet, but yeah, so far for poor old Cujo. I've been thinking more about that, actually, you know, and I wonder, was he just after the publicity, you know, or is there just, did things get out of hand, or what, you know? I guess there's the thing that's springing to mind, madly enough now, is like, I guess, well, maybe it's not that mad. I was thinking about John Lennon and the assassination, and his assassin said at some point in prison that he wanted to steal his fame, you know, and in a way he succeeded, which I guess is true because it's often, when you think of John Lennon, you know, that's probably something you associate with him. Perhaps not everybody does. I'm not sure how it is now with the younger generations, but that was definitely, I guess, the shockwaves of that carried through decades, you know, certainly until I was getting into John Lennon, I guess, 20 years roughly after he passed. But I know it's nowhere near the same thing, but it, I guess Cujo was attempting some kind of character assassination or something, you know. Do you reckon is that what it was? You know, was he trying to piggyback onto Ren's fame or whatever? Perhaps he has in some ways, and I guess it remains to be seen how this all plays out. Or maybe you know, he got hit up for some money from that Bulgarian choir, and just couldn't afford to give them whatever they wanted, you know, couldn't afford to absorb it. I don't know how successfully is at what he does or anything, but it's a mess, isn't it? But what a great thing that Bren's put some great art out of it, man, you know. Great art that works on all the levels, you know, as entertainment, as art. Great song. It's just cool, isn't it, you know? And kind of like, you know, as brutal as some of his lyrics got and stuff, you know, it's all in the context of what's going on, isn't it, you know? And I guess people that would have watched my reaction to it would see like the little head slap at the end, and it made me laugh. And I think that's just because it's a very sort of subtle, brilliant way of putting it in context for what it is, you know. You silly sod, you know, that kind of thing, you know. Like I'm only messing, you know. I'm only playing, letting out some of my anger, but you know, it's almost, you know, Monty Python-esque in humour, isn't it? You know, maybe that's the British humour that we have, you know, and I love all of their work, you know, so maybe that's why it tickled me also. But yeah, this is cool. I think this must be over multiple takes, isn't it? Because it's getting darker on some of these shots, but yeah, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, no feeling alive, I got the will to...
Oh, hang on, there's a mic there, isn't there? Is this girl interviewing Ren? Is that what's going on? If there's a way I can watch that interview, then let me know, guys.
Make the bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. Yeah, I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat, murderer. See me on the corner of my town. Get back, 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 murderer. Swing for your jaw in the first round. Attack, tack, tack, murderer. Homie, it's the way that I get down. Whoa, oh, 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 yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that was really cool, man. Really enjoyed that, guys. Thanks for joining me. Lots of love to you. I'll see you next time.